Driving with you. Let me take you far from here. Driving with you. The whole world disappears.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Evelina here and welcome back to a video on my channel. Today I wanted to do something that really kind of inspired me to do. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you know that I temporarily moved to Malibu because somebody flooded me from a couple stories up. So they were gonna put me in like a hotel for like a month and I said absolutely not. So I was able to get them to rent me a little Airbnb on the beach in Malibu. I know, it's pretty amazing. I'm very, very happy here. So I thought, since you guys probably don't know, nobody knows this actually, I'm a huge Bob Ross fan. Like, the man was a legend. He's one of the most wholesome people that ever lived, ever existed. Like, we did not deserve Bob Ross. So I've been watching a lot of people painting Bob Ross and I've never tried any of his tutorials and I really wanted to, but I kind of wanted to add a little Evelina spin to it. So today I'm gonna paint it on a jacket. I'm gonna go over all the supplies in just a little bit and I am holding my iPhone to record audio because Mama's living by the beach and we do not want that audio over here. I don't have any of like my super, good microphones with me. Anyway, I actually went to the store and purchased a couple of his brushes. I specifically wanted to get stuff that I didn't have in my collection and I wanted to make it as close to the original as possible, which I'm absolutely terrified. And I got this little palette thingy that he uses for a lot of his work, which I feel like is pretty crucial because I want to try to recreate it as close as possible. And I've been having such a good time being here, living by the beach, just like enjoying the ocean, waking up every day by the waves. You guys know that I've been in downtown for the past 5 years. I can't believe I've been in LA for 5 years now. But literally waking up to the sound of the ocean, there's nothing like it. It cures all depression, all anxiety, out the window. Like, you just wake up and like you feel like a new human being. It's like insanely soul healing. I just love being here. So for this video I wanted to take you guys outside with me and I'm gonna do a little voiceover while I follow the tutorial. So just grab a cup of tea, maybe grab a glass of champagne. Let's all relax and paint together. I have a feeling there's gonna be a couple frustrating parts to this, but let's give it a try. So let's start with our supplies. If you guys plan on remaking this, make sure that you use leather specific paints and you can find these on Amazon. I'm going to try to find a link and link it down below. These are amazing. They don't crack, they don't wash out. They are perfect for painting on leather or even denim like I am today. Love these paints. And then of course I'm going to have some brushes that I'm using for my own personal collection. And like I said, I copped the Bob Ross palette knife, very proud about that, and a little mixing palette. So I'm just gonna set up this easel. Honestly, it wasn't easy. I don't know why it's so hard to set up an easel, or as I don't know how you say it. So I decided to use a canvas to have like a flat surface to paint on, and it worked out pretty well actually.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
Very glad to join you as well, Bob. Bob over here is telling us to paint with black and then put a bunch of colors on top of it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of getting a hang of it just as I go because obviously I'm using a completely different medium and different paints to create this, and my cat was being crazy, so I made sure he didn't kill himself. But overall they had such a nice time by the ocean and they are loving it. And like I said, you're gonna take some time to figure out how much paint you need over denim, how the paints glide. It's completely different from it being a oil painting.
So I'll show you how simple it is. We'll start out, take the fan brush, and we just sort of lay out where these curtains of light will be. That's sort of what they're called in Alaska, is curtains of light.
So I'm just doing my best, okay? The first stroke is always the hardest, I feel like. You just kind of have to
Let's lift it up. And that's simple. That's simple. We have instant northern lights.
And again, because it's not oil, it doesn't like blend as well, but hey, it's looking pretty good. Honestly, the main thing with Bob Ross is that he says there's no mistakes, there's only happy accidents, and just keep going. I don't finish my work a lot of the times. I just kind of let it, if I don't like it. So with this one, I promised myself I'm gonna keep going no matter what and just go with it. So here's my first mess up. What are even those? Like, it wasn't even working. I guess I wasn't loading my paintbrush enough. So eventually I just kind of got the hang of it, you know, a little bit. Definitely looking real cute so far, but I decided to keep going. What really made it come alive is adding the little highlights and accents.
And let's just indicate a few highlights. I don't want a lot.
And I know that Bob said only add a couple, but we're gonna add a lot because my trees are not looking too cute. Yeah, see, it's starting to look a little something like a tree. It's kind of cute, kind of living for it. And that's just the beauty of painting. You're just gonna have to keep going and maybe eventually you'll like what you're doing.
And let's go up here and maybe you see the northern lights mostly in the winter time. And there's a very very easy reason for that.
So we're gonna put down a ground. Oh yeah, that looks real pretty. And these paints kept drying so fast, like it was so hard to like blend them and drag them, but I was trying my best. So then I decided to kind of take a darker blue color and create that gradation since the colors don't blend very well with the denim canvas. So yeah, this is the best that I could do.
I want a little cabin out here. Shoot, I've always wanted a little cabin in Alaska. Show you how easy it is. Take your knife, just scrape out a very basic little idea.
Yeah, that looks easy. It wasn't. This little house was so annoying.
The basic shape out, and it removes excess paint. Get a little roll of paint, and let's build us a cabin.
Like, this man has so much practice with his tools, and like he like, it's like an intuitive thing. I've never painted with a palette knife before, so I thought that was really cool to try. It's harder than it looks. I would much prefer a brush over this, honestly, but Bob Ross said, grab a palette knife, we're gonna grab a palette knife.
At this point, and you would not have heard a thing. Touch, just like you're putting snow on the mountain. Barely touch, barely touch. Just graze it.
This actually was harder than I thought because I just wouldn't let it go. I kept going at it and I kept making it worse. So my advice is to just know when to let go. There it is. There she is. There's my
Let's
door.
put some snow up here on the roof. There we are. See?
Now this part was probably my least favorite because it was so hard to paint over that little ridge and make it look presentable. So I did my best.
Did up when we did our cabinectomy. We just put it back in.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little hill. Why not, Bob?
Be
Let's
brave.
make it 3D.
Maybe there's another little hill right there.
Honestly, all in all, this was so therapeutic and fun to do, especially by the ocean. I kind of froze to death because it was cold outside, but it was really nice. So here I realized I went a little too far, so you know, I corrected. No mistakes, happy accidents. This type of stuff freaks me out because you think like it's gonna ruin your painting when you're about to add a big, giant, dark blob, but I decided to trust Bob because he knows what's up, so we kind of went with it. I think it's looking okay. These bushes, I could not make them look normal like that. That just looks like a pile of garbage that wasn't picked up in 5 years. But then we're gonna save it by adding some highlights, and I kind of liked how it looked. I liked adding a bunch. Kind of makes the trees come to life. And then that, I don't know what that was, but we're just gonna go with it. Told myself I wasn't gonna quit. Yeah, that part annoyed me so much because it was so hard to paint thin enough strokes with that brush. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
I want to turn this into water. Maybe there's a little pond here. We don't know for sure if it's frozen or...
See, this would have been easier. The paint actually dragged, but I had to use more paint to create a separate gradation. But I think overall it kind of looks pretty good. Yeah, you know, works out in the end.
Maybe just a little more. I want a little more right there. And just cut in.
Yeah, that frustrated me because look how his is looking and mine is looking like very low budget. So at this point I was just kind of like tired of it. I was ready to finish it off, but I wanted to follow the whole tutorial.
Maybe there's an old... still on there.
So we're just gonna finish off this little fence, put some little snow on it.
Back to our little brush that has the white on it, clean the foots of this fence up. Shoot, I think we're gonna have a finished painting here.
I'm back. It's the next day because I wanted to let this thing dry. It is looking pretty cute, if you must ask. I have lost like most of my nails since yesterday. Doesn't matter. I had so much fun doing this, you guys. If you have not personally followed the Bob Ross tutorial and had yourself a little Mary come to Jesus couple of hours, because even though the tutorials are 20 minutes, this took like a good 3 hours to make. So let's do a little fashion show. That is it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment asking what you would like to see next on my channel. I've been struggling, like I said, to kind of find stuff to film that I'm actually excited to watch myself. So this shit I love watching. So I was very happy to make it. And on that note, I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye!